The Faerie Frock Festivities. The corners of little Lilac's mouth are curling up and up and up, and she can't hold back the smile. There is a slight ring as her wings reflexively flutter. She loves to attend such grand parties of giants. The fancier, the flouncier, the better. No one can see her. She's quite small, and she finds inspired hiding places. The humans look fantastical with all of those candles and vast dresses and hypnotic dancing routines. And also, she loves the ways that their hearts beat out rhythms as the mating rituals begin. She notices that these heartbeats rise faster at the masked parties. Zoons, and those masks! They look beautiful, sinister, and intriguing. Is there anything as magical as seeing a man and a woman touching hands, gazing into one another's cavernous masked eye sockets and twirling together, locked in that penetrating stare? It is all so powerful, and to think it emanates from such giant beings who are decidedly so devoid of magic. Yet she can feel the fiery spells between them. She can almost see the sparks. It's as though they were making their own spells upon one another willingly. Yes, the sorcery of fun. Alas, they start to settle and sit and have banquets and talk about war and politics and fashion trends and gossip. Oh, it's enough to make the little winged one groan, or worse yet, yawn. And if she's lucky, Lilac will spy another pair of young strangers making eyes at one another, surreptitiously looking around, then stealing each other away from the crowd. Oh yes, how exciting! Lilac flits off after them. There they are. She sees them falling in love under chandeliers. Then they find a dark and thrilling boudoir somewhere. No masks now. Now there is the real magic. She skips and skulks within the nearest floral arrangement, looking on and drinking up the blooming infatuation. And when laughter and chasing stops and the naked eyes meet, the breathing slows. She can hear the slowing breath, but she can see in the woman's heaving breasts that look so hypnotic, stuffed in her dress, creating that most visual of human feasts known as cleavage. They bulge out and in sensuously. Is she comfortable in that? Wonders Lilac. I always see the women in it. I can't blame them for wanting a man to come and unwrap them like this one seems about to. Oh, but soft, it is time, and the kiss happens. She is transfixed. Then there is the strange hesitation and an apology? He thinks better of it and goes to leave for reasons Lilac can't fathom. She sees the sadness in the young girl's face. "Oh, no you don't," whispers Lilac. "Another kiss!" And she tosses some dusty loving in the path before his nose. Next, the young man has a sneeze. Foosha! Then he turns around to ask her pardon and sees his amour again. And he rushes for her, taking her bare shoulders in his hands. She invites his lips into hers, and Lilac watches the burning fires of youth. Back inside the old fairy tree, Lilac recalls the festivities with her ilk over a sumptuous feast of lifted human spoils like butter, sourdough, cherries, and apple slices. "And the dresses!" she exclaims. "They look like giant bells and strangely pretty. And also, I can tell you this much, they don't look comfortable. Oh, but they do look fun. Oh, maybe for a night I should like to wear one," she sighs. Then a light comes into her eye. "Wait, that's what we will do." The other fairies feel compelled by Lilac's new thought. She continues, Hey, Corinne, Dasha, Carrot, Newt, Courgette, Teardrop, we are having a flouncy party, like one of theirs, except we will only dress up in funny dresses, like they do, and candles, and falling in love, and none of that highfalutin talk of that archduck of Ferdy who's-it business. What do you say? Asks Lilac with bright eyes. The other Fae, whose interested eyes have gone from curious to the raised eyebrows of the inspired, sputter out their excited agreement and start giggling out ideas as the fairy brainstorm gathers. I could wear some golden wire with a pine needle, says Dasha. And me, I could tie some bread on my head. I look just like the lovely ladies, yells Newt to fits of laughter. I'll wear an old apple skin, says Teardrop. The others cheer with excitement. And I will wear sticks, and I will walk with sticks and put twigs in my hair, chimes in Corinne. We're going to have a party. Yay, yes, yes, squeals Courgette. Flouncy party, flouncy party. What are you going to wear, Lilac? Asks Newt, and everyone listens to hear what the genius is about to say. Lilac thinks a moment. Then, I'm going to wear a frock. The oohs and ahs that follow this are cut short as Courgette says, Oh yes, a frock, frock. What is a frock, Lilac? A frock is when you take a leaf and tie it around yourself, and then you look like a pretty rolled-up love letter. Cheers and applause and glitter are tossed up at this brilliant idea. A frock, they cry. Yes, she's going to wear a frock. And the laughter of the tiny people can be heard, trickling just below their tree bough in the dark forest. Oh, but what was that look in Lilac's eyes behind the triumphant gaze? She watches the dreamy lights of joy emitting from their tiny bodies, bodies that were soon to be dressed, bedraggled, and bedazzled with imitations of the funny beauty that is the human party dress-up culture, comprised of tights, dresses, petticoats, corsets, wigs, rouge, lipstick, beauty marks, and the enchantment known as perfume. Yes, what was that secret look she made to herself? Why? Why what, Lilac? She pondered. Why dress up, like you are saying? We are fairy. We cast magic. The humans create all of this extra stuff for themselves because they are slaves to the groundy wall, are they not? They cannot fly, and so they walk and build shelters and work for some reason. They can't fly, so they aren't free. They aren't free, so they work to have things to make them feel happy because they can't fly or cast spells, and that's why they need to wear things. Whew, she thought, an unusually heavy turn of mind for a fairy. I need not think of these things, because I am fairy, and we have no need for such human table nonsense. She, of course, was referring to the dense discussions of granite-like ideas the humans doled out over their meals when they should be enjoying the duck roast and the salmon and, of course, the butter. Oh, yes, the butter. She licked her lips. All fairy love butter, especially with pepper. But the depth of thought sneaks back into her head. The humans cannot cast magic, so they make things. They lust after one another, or else they are bored. So they invent ways of playing the game of romance. Though I admit it is a fun game, or it looks fun. They should only play that game. Or, well, I think they should just play altogether. Or they should play more. Strange. The children understand this. The children are like giant usses, but with no wings, and, well, they are also a little stupid. and run into things a lot. I try to soften the surfaces when I can, but they keep running into them. And in the midst of this thought, she giggles out a little. The other fairies, already buzzing off of the merriment, seeing her enjoy herself, cheer some more, and the bursts of fairy dust and dings of wings sound again. Lilac continues her inner fairy philosophizing. So strange. Yes, the children are these dimwits. Then they learn pain by bumping into all the wrong things. Then they get smarter, older. Then they stop playing. They become dull and boring and die. Oh, but they throw nice parties. Why? If they are so dull and not interested in games, why throw a party at all? Do they somehow want to still play? No, Lilac. If that were the case, then why wouldn't they just always play? The following evening, as magic hour rises, Lilac is admiring her handiwork. Sure enough, she has found the perfect sturdy leaf, that of the magnolia. Wow, my own funny dress, she thinks to herself. So funny that I felt a different way before this. Then I found this leaf and decided to wear it, and now here I am feeling different and new. Still funny, but it's a different kind of funny. Dressing up is funny. Dressing up is fun, she philosophizes aloud. She thinks of those two young lovers in the boudoir, and the memory of the young woman's shoulders and the enchanted man's hungry hands. And what a tragedy they should meet his rival's pistol in their sleep. Oh well, she thinks, at least they died in a moment of love. Besides, they will be together in the afterlife. As the narrator, I have to say, I find this development as frightful as you do, dear audience. Now imagine, if you will, that the laws of destiny arrange themselves, or maybe I should say derange themselves, so as to bring Lilac to a lawyer or a judge, and they would say Lilac was at fault for casting the dusty love sneeze spell upon the unfortunate young man. This drove him to passion, and her to follow suit, and this produced their jealous killer. Of course, the lawyer and judge would do so feeling quite intimidated, as she could easily cast an unpleasant dusty something or other upon them. No doubt Lilac, aware of this upper hand here, would give the flippant shrug, dismissing the claim with, "Oh, but what do humans know? In the grand scheme of things, who cares?" They would have grown old and boring and die, but they didn't. Plus, at least they have an afterlife and the ability to reincarnate and all those things. The fairy folk do not. And a cloud comes over her. When we die, so do our souls. It is therefore wise to seize the day and enjoy things as only a fairy can. Lilac smooths her firm, new magnolia leaf dress with her tiny golden hands, admiring it. She feels pretty and fun, and a giggle escapes.